So, what are the most common mistakes that are made by us as students? This is a quick video, and I just want to summarize the mistakes that we make. And obviously, I hope you guys this semester do not make these mistakes. So, first up, I think one of the biggest, if not the biggest mistake, which is often made, is a lack of consistency. So it's important that throughout the semester, throughout the year, you remain consistent. And when I say this, I mean put in consistent effort into your academics. Remember this statement: you cannot make up for an inconsistent semester over 1 or 2 weeks before an exam or a test. Always remember that. Consistency is one of the most important factors of success in university. And it's important that you start as soon as possible. And also remember that consistency is not necessarily, perfection. You don't have to be perfect. Every single day you show up doesn't have to be you putting in perfect effort where you meet all your goals and obligations, all that stuff. There are going to be good days, but majority of the days are going to be tough days, bad days, when you don't feel like showing up, when you're tired, when you don't get, as much as you want to get done. It's in these days that really determine how successful you'll be. It's what you do in these days. So it's important that you remain consistent. You always show up regardless of the situation, regardless of what's happening. So that's number one, be consistent. The second one is not showing up to lectures. And I think as students, we have a tendency of not going to all of our lectures. But I think we lose the plot when we start picking and choosing what's important and what's not important. Because, it's important to understand that the habits that you form, especially at the beginning of the semester, ends up dictating what you'll be doing throughout the semester. So once you start not attending lectures at the beginning, especially the majority or most, and you feel like you can, study and get things done by yourself, cover content by yourself, all that stuff, you're setting yourself up for failure. I'll be very honest with you. Because lectures are vital and important for a variety of reasons. First of all, it's important to understand that you cannot simply self-study everything and self-study yourself to success. It's important to use all the resources that the university provides for you. And one of the most, value-filled resources is lectures. Because at the end of the day, the people who set your papers, the people who basically grade you and the people who determine whether you pass or fail are your lecturers. And those are the people who are giving out the content. So they know what to focus on, they know what's important, they know where, and how you should go about passing. That's why it's so important to attend your lectures. In as much as you feel like they're useless or, they don't bring you value, but it's important that you just take this time to go to your lectures, absorb as much as possible, and also it's a chance to begin interacting with the content as soon as possible. Because once we start not going to lectures, we delay when we study because we feel like, this is not a lot, I'll study it before the exam, all that stuff. And the stuff piles up. It's going to happen that it does pile up and you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. I did this in my undergraduate degree where I felt like, I can cover everything, I can do all that stuff. And I was fortunate to pass, but, at what cost? Because I was under an intense amount of pressure, especially towards the end of the semesters, where now I had to play catch up consistently. And it was something that was unsustainable and something that, especially after my second year, I told myself I'll never do this again because this doesn't help me. And, next time I'll probably fail if I do this. So go to your lectures. Make sure you attend them and make the most of them. Trust me on this one. Next mistake students make is not learning from their past mistakes. You know what? In this journey, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to make a lot of errors, bad judgment calls, what have you. There's a lot of stuff that's going to happen this semester, and it's normal, it's fine. But especially with the mistakes you make, whether it's in tests, exams, or just generally, in terms of your studies, how often you show up, what you do when you do it, all that stuff. It's important that you learn. You learn from all the mistakes you made. You have to progress. You have to get better. And if you're not learning from your mistakes, this is a critical sort of area of improvement that you're missing out on. I think the biggest thing you can do to shoot yourself in the foot is not learn from your previous mistakes, because you don't know what you don't know. So it's imperative, it's important that you improve from where you went wrong before, and it's important that you go through, the past semester tests you wrote, the past exams you wrote, past class tests, and understand the mistakes you're making, so that you don't make them in the future, and so that at the end of the year, you pass the modules. And of course, at the end of your degree, you actually get your degree. Because the most important thing in university is coming out with that qualification, that degree. And this is a great segue for my last point here. But one of the biggest mistakes students make is forgetting why they're in university. This is important, because you're not in university to have a great time. Of course, it's important that you enjoy the process throughout, but you're not here to go out every weekend, to always be with friends, to do this, to do that. You're here to get a degree. You're here to get a degree and make a better life for yourself. That is why you're in university. Obviously, you're also here to grow and be a better person, be the best version of yourself. Yes, but you need that degree. You need that qualification, because it makes a massive difference in terms of getting meaningful employment and in terms of the prospects for yourself for the rest of your life. Because the decisions you make today are going to have an impact on your future. And sometimes we don't see this. Sometimes we're a bit short-sighted because we're focusing on the now. I want to have fun now. I want to enjoy myself now. I want to do this and that now. But we lose sight of, the long term. If I'm doing this today, what's going to happen to my tomorrow, to my next month, to my next year, and to my next 10 years? What's the quality of my life going to be? So never forget why you're in university. Always remember that you are here to get your degree. I want to emphasize that, and I want you, if there's anything that you're going to take home today, it's this. You're in university to get your degree. Don't lose sight of that. Never forget that. So yeah, it's been me again. With another episode. I love doing these. I'm honestly having a great time with this platform, with what I do in the WhatsApp community as well. And I hope you guys are finding value in the stuff I'm giving you. Of course, if you did today, leave a like. If you're not subscribed, and once again, I don't know why you wouldn't be. It hurts me personally. But if you're not subscribed, guys, please do subscribe. And yeah, comment down below if you've made any of these mistakes and what the most common mistake is. Comment down below, let me know. And until the next one, let's continue on our journey in creating a better world.